On Nationwide this evening, we join some of our martial arts sports people as they prepare for a world challenge. Soaring in the skies above Slieve na Mon, and they're kept aloft by a seemingly flimsy fabric as they go paragliding. Shortly we'll meet up with members of the local karate team. But first this evening, have you ever wondered or tried to imagine what it would be like to take off eagle-like from a mountaintop up into the skies? Well, down in County Tipperary, we've been meeting members of a paragliding club whose idea of sport is to do precisely that. They leap from the heights of Slieve na Mon and soar and glide over the plains of County Tipperary. Well, recently we met up with them to see how it's all done, and especially to meet one man for whom this was a dream he thought could never possibly come true.
Definitely weather dependent, and we've had an atrocious year, but when we do get out, I mean, we're prepared to sit on this hill all day just to get that flight off.
Sense of being in control. You can go where you want to go, you know, if the conditions are okay, if the conditions are proper, and just leave all your worries and troubles behind. It's brilliant, it's a lovely sensation.
The buzz I get from paragliding basically is it gets me out in this beautiful open countryside, big playground below me, and when I land there's a smile on my face that's as big as the landscape.
Paramotoring is quite new to Ireland. It's in its infancy here, but it's a wonderful new form of leisure aviation. It is literally an airplane in the boot of your car. It's very compact, it's very easy to manage. There are strict guidelines in relation to the teaching and acquiring the knowledge. When you're up there, some people look on it as isolation, others as the freedom. To me, it's a combination of everything. You're away from everything, but you're also close to everything. You're seeing things, you're getting to enjoy the countryside and the scenery that was around you all the time, but you just get to see that little bit more. It's so exhilarating to have the freedom of movement in the air and be able to go anywhere basically and enjoy it.
But when you're taking off, initially, you know, when you're starting to learn to paraglide, I suppose there's an element of fear, and what you're doing is turning that fear and anxiety into basically anticipation. What comes after that then is you're actually doing your checks on the ground, make sure that you've all the safety things in place. So it's not like an adrenaline rush. It's when you're actually sitting out there and you're relaxed, you're sitting in your armchair, your hands are up here and you're floating around and you're looking to go up in thermal and you're looking to go to cloud base. And you can actually enjoy the landscape that's around you.
We're here today primarily to provide a flight for a very brave young man who's physically challenged, and but decided that he wanted to do a paragliding flight, and so we've done our best to accommodate that and put it together, and we have brought him here today to the top of Slieve na Mon to do just that.
I don't know what to expect.
Once we're in the air, Jared doesn't have to do anything actually. He just sits back and enjoys the view. And that's about it. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
It's thumbs up, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world.
He will attach a tandem unit or a harness underneath, which Gerald will sit into quite comfortably, quite securely, and we will launch him off the side of the hill here and about glide him down. The flight will last about 20 minutes and it will take him to about 2 miles from here to the landing field.
Just me.
The flight was a great success, and we had lots of chat while we were flying up there. Gerard was really enjoying it while we were flying. The takeoff was a little bit technical because the wind was very light. It made it a little bit more tricky, but in the finish we did really well considering the very light conditions, and I felt that the flight lasted a little bit longer than I thought it was going to last as well. Gerard and lads like him have unbelievable drive to move on with their lives and do things that the rest of us take for granted. And when he was in the air with me there, he was completely at home. And I think it's only fair that we should make every facility available to these lads who are eager to taste what it's like to fly in the air with a paraglider.
There was a lot of planning involved in getting the equipment over from England and getting the Tandem off, and some practice beforehand. The conditions weren't perfect. We were very pleased with what we got today, considering the weather.
Well, it looks like great fun soaring above the County Tipperary landscape. Well, we're back here.